Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's your boy Rales. Will, there's a movie coming out this weekend that made your top 10. Are you going to go watch it since you have your AMC Pass?
You already know. I've been watching a movie every weekend for the past God knows how long. But yes, I am about to watch How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon. I know that I touched on it last time, right, when we were talking. I was like, should they switch the story a little bit or should they shoot the part, do it exactly shot for shot? Do you still want that or do you still want a kind of a new story?
I mean, that's my biggest concern is that because I'm just like, I've seen the movie, so I'm like, that's my issue with live action and adaptations from animation, Lion King, whatever you call it, that they've made it and made them real. Like, I'm just like, we've seen it, that, and we know the whole plot. It's like watching a movie all over again is just going to be different. I guess, I don't know. But from what I heard, they did add 30 minutes of new stuff. So
the thing is that if they switch, like this, I always put it. I'm like, when you're doing a shot for shot remake, especially with TV shows like The Last of Us, it's literally a shot for shot remake. I'm like, I don't mind if you put something extra as long as you keep the same story. Like for instance, they're saying they added 30 more minutes to the movie. I'm like, keep the same movie, but add those 30 minutes. Like add that action sequence. Add the maybe another little CGI, more dragons or whatever, Like I don't mind that. It's when they change the whole story and the story sucks and the movie sucks. That's when I get mad at the movies. Like, okay, cool. You tried something, but it didn't work. I'm like, so why even remake it? But if you remake it shot for shot, it kind of gets boring as well too, because you're like, well, I already saw it. It's like if I'm just watching it again.
Yeah, I mean that's really what it is. When it comes down to it, it's. I don't know how to put it. Like obviously, I want to see the live action, but at the same time, I don't want to see the movie that I've already seen. I don't want them to mess up the movie, because it's like, well, but at the same time, it's like we might as well make a new, a new 3-movie trilogy based around the world. Obviously, just continue it, but live action instead of keeping it animation.
Yes, and that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, if they can make 3 brand new movies of How to Train Your Dragon, not exactly a shot for shot remake, but more like a reboot, a retelling with the same, ¿cómo se dice? Los mismos personajes, el mismo amor de la película. I wouldn't mind. But if you're gonna try to reboot it and make your own thing, and it's some sucking, people are gonna complain. And if you do the same movie again, not a lot of people are gonna complain. It's just gonna be like us, where like, well, we saw it again. I don't think I want to go see part 2 and part 3 if that's the case again. If it were up to me, the way I've been saying it.
I mean, at the same time, I know. I mean, obviously, it's already been said. It's been 30 minutes, but obviously, they could have included movies or not. Sorry, scenes that didn't make the other films. I guess in a way, but I don't know. It's gonna be something that I'm just like you said, as long as they don't mess it up. Yeah, am I gonna see the same movie? Yeah, I guess so. It's and that's just the sad part. It's just like, well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna enjoy it. I just know what's gonna happen next.
Yes, it's like I keep thinking of when I think about comic book movies. I'm like, and you see the way that Zack Snyder did his Man of Steel, the way that he did his Batman versus Superman, and the Justice League. The homage that los homenajes que le hacía a los characters from the comic book, like he would bring it out and he would put it on the movies. That was cool. But I'm like, it's easier to make a movie out of a freaking print because the action is not going to be all there in the print. It's just the book, as opposed to when you're watching a cartoon. And let's say you're watching Invincible, the anime show on Prime, and you're watching literally a shot for shot, and they're like, how can you make it better on TV if the cartoons are really good? It's going to be really hard.
And well, that's the one thing. It's like, in my opinion, cartoon movies could always surpass live action movies because of the unrealistic things you could be able to do with a character, as to opposing in person. A human body could be so limited to so many things.
That's why when people tell me Invincible is the greatest TV show right now, I'm like, that's a cartoon. I'm like, you can get away with so much in a cartoon, like more violence, more this, because it doesn't have a rating. It's always going to be an R-rated cartoon movie or a TV mature, but you're always going to be able to push the limits and show guts. While on a regular TV show or a movie, there's always going to be a certification. Like if you have so much blood and nudity, it's not going to be rated R. It's going to be NC-17, and that switches the whole narrative of the TV show of the movie. Because I'm like, now not a lot of audiences can go and watch it. That's why I'm always shocked how Saw the movie got away with so much freaking gore. I'm like, just because it didn't show nudity, but let's just say they would have shown that nudity, it would have gotten an NC-17.
Right.
Which is dumb, right? Like, oh, you're okay to show bloods, broken necks, twisted heads, but don't show titties or pussy or ass because you're gonna get an NC-17.
I mean, it's more. I mean, it's more graphic.
Now, you said that you recently bought the AMC Pass, correct?
Yes, I bought it. I believe right before Thunderbolts. I want to say.
Okay, which is May, so you're going on your second month going.
Yeah.
Now it's $35, right?
25, I think. 25.
Oh, even cheaper, even better. So those 25 to go watch movies, is it unlimited?
It's, in my opinion, it's unlimited. Obviously, you have your limit, which your limit is 3 movies a week. But are you really gonna watch 3 movies a week?
Okay, so it's unlimited basically. Right. What they're telling you is you can watch 3, 6, 9, 12 movies a month. Yeah, is what they're telling you. Okay, so obviously a movie ticket on AMC is like $15.
Yeah,
18, 20, depending where you are in what state, what city, what county. So let's put it at a minimum of $15. So that means that if you go watch 3 movies, that's 15 plus 15, that's 30, $45. Because you have been watching a movie every weekend, like you said, you've been saving yourself $20, $25, which is good. That means that you went to go see freaking the Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible.
Of course I did. I told you it wasn't my top 10. I had to go watch it.
All right, so it was on your top 10. It was not on my top 10. Just give me a rating. I'm gonna give you. I want to see what's the rating. So if I want to go watch it. Okay, so the first one, Thunderbolts. What'd you give out of 10?
I don't remember. Fuck. A 6.
A 6. Okay, I give it a 6.8. But I like to cheat like that, right? I like to add little decimals. Like it's better than a 6, but not as good as a 7, right?
Nah, it's just yeah.
Lilo and Stitch. Did you watch it?
No, I would not watch that movie. I refuse to watch
it. You got a free movie.
I get that, but I'm not gonna waste it on that. What came out with it? Something came out with it last week. Was it last week? I don't.
Ballerina, but that was after.
I'm not sure. So then I guess it was Mission Impossible that came out with it.
Oh, yes. Mission Impossible came out with Stitch, yes.
So I went to go watch Mission Impossible, and the following weekend, obviously, Sheila, my baby mama, wanted to take the kids to watch it. And I was like, yeah, we could go. I don't mind. I'm not looking forward to it.
All right, so let me go with Captain America, The Brave World, the part 4. What rating did you give that one if you saw it?
I saw it on Disney Plus maybe like 2 weeks ago. I give it like easily 5 and under. I fell asleep during the movie because wow, I'm sorry, the movie was so boring. Or it's just Anthony Mackie. I don't know.
It's like I tell everyone. I'm like, I'm not against a black Captain America, right? I don't have nothing against black actors. I'm like, but Anthony Mackie ain't it. He ain't it, right? Like you could have easily gave me Michael B. Jordan as Captain America. Will Smith is too outrageous, but he's too famous for that. But I would have gotten a young Will Smith as Captain America. Idris Elba, Denzel Washington, a young one. I'm not against black actors, but I don't like Anthony Mackie as a leading star. As Falcon, cool. As Captain, no. Like that. All right. So you gave it a under 5. I gave it a 6. All right. What you give Day of Reckoning, which is the last Mission Impossible before the one that just came out.
Oof. What did I give it? I gave that one a solid 8.
A solid 8. I did give it like around an 8, close to an 8. I loved it. I loved Isai Morales, which is Bob from La Bamba. I loved him as a villain. When they started showing those when they were young and all that, I'm like, did that happen in part 1? I'm like, do I need to go see it? And no, all that shit is all new footage. I was surprised. I'm like, damn, they make these motherfuckers look so young. And what's it called? That's why I kind of got excited where I'm like, I think I want to go see it now. But I just didn't get a chance because I saw Lilo and Stitch and the week just passed. WWE was so close. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to watch it. So the new movie, Mission Impossible, William. What'd you give it?
7. Mostly because, don't get me wrong, I love the movie. I did, but it wasn't my favorite Mission Impossible movie. And I give it a 7 because it is almost damn near 3 hours. But the whole first hour is just a lot of build up, very slow build up. Let me touch on nostalgia from the first movie, from the third movie, So it's just like, yeah, cool. But I want to get to it. And then after that first hour, it's just Mission Impossible. It's just Mission. It's great. But it's that first hour that I'm just like, really, you could have cut like a lot of this off because really, it's yes, I get it. You're trying to get on, touch on nostalgia, and to make you feel sentimental in a way.
I have the same feeling for Avengers Endgame. What you just said, where the first hour it was touching a lot on what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? When in my head, I'm like, we already know what we need to do. We need to go fuck up Thanos.
Right.
I'm like, show me that. Show me the action sequences. Which at the end, all the aura of all the fighting and all that, yeah, they made up for it. But for them just to get to that point, it bugged me so much. I was like, come on, man. I'm like, we shouldn't be going to all of this again just to get to the storyline. I'm like, I just didn't like that. But I can rewatch the movie. It's just that I literally do skip all that time traveling part.
Right.
I'm like, then too bad that we can't make a 45-minute movie just them fighting. So, that would be all like you're paying fucking $20 for fighting. I'm like, okay, I need a little extra, but I don't know. It's like I can be patient but impatient at the same time. I'm like, come on, man, come on, or maybe I just needed something better than time traveling.
Right.
Maybe that's my issue. That it was a time traveling part. It was probably that more than anything.
I mean, it had its moments. Endgame had its moments. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of people praise it more. Obviously, for me, it was Infinity War better than Endgame. But I think it's for the same thing as we know what they have to do. We know they're gonna win, so we know exactly how it's gonna go down.
And of course, for the Endgame part, I think more of the hardcore. I'm not gonna say hardcore fans, but I would say like me that I consider myself a fanatic. Sometimes I do hate the fact for Endgame that the Hulk didn't get his payoff.
Oh, right.
And then for instance, we're watching Infinity War. I'm like, okay, Thanos is winning, cool. Another part where it didn't help Endgame when they started dusting everyone. I'm like, you dusted the wrong guys. I'm like, we knew that Peter Parker he signed for a third movie. I'm like, we knew that T'Challa signed for a second movie. We knew that fucking Winter Soldier Bucky signed for 9 movies. I'm like, we knew that we were gonna get part 2 of Doctor Strange or part 3. I'm like, so when you guys dusted them, you dusted the wrong characters. I'm like, I understand why you kept the core of the Avengers for that one because at the end of the day, we're paying payoff to Avengers 1. But I'm like, it would have been more interesting if it was Robert Downey Jr. who got dusted. If it was freaking Chris Evans, Captain America, who got dusted. Because you're like, oh shit, now we're working with the new Avengers. Because the old ones, we don't know how we're going to bring them back. Because these motherfuckers didn't sign for a new part. That's it. Their contract is over. Are they coming back or not? That would have been something as well where I'm like, ooh la la. I'm like, now we're going to touch on this. I'm like, it was this, right? It was this. As far as you told me go watch Ballerina. I didn't. What score did you give Ballerina?
Easy a 9 out of 10.
Would you Would you say it's better than all 4 John Wick movies?
I would say it would go toe to toe with the best John Wick. In my opinion, best John Wick movie that I liked was 4.
You really like part 4.
So I think I have a thing for 4 is because Mission Impossible, my favorite one was Ghost Protocol, which is part 4 if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's part 5. Oh no, yeah, with Jeremy Renner. Yeah, 4.
Mhm.
Yes.
I believe that's when we are gonna hand off the torch to Jeremy Renner, and then they're like, "Yeah, it bombed, so no, it's not gonna happen." We should choose. Anyway, no, the only reason why I still go with John Wick as a better, overall movie is it's a female-led role. Don't get me wrong, Ana de Armas, amazing, but I'm sorry, you can't. You're not gonna beat up a 300-pound guy like that in real life. It's just never gonna happen.
Okay.
You're 90 pounds. You know what I mean? Like it's just never gonna happen. So that's why it's like, okay, some scenes, all right, it's a movie, I get it. But so in a way, John Wick is like, okay, well, it's a guy on guy easily. It's possible. It's doable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I'm just like, had that been a John Wick movie, had it been John Wick doing all that, easy 10 out of 10, easy best movie in the franchise.
Oh shit. Well, and then you got to remember also something important that people forget, especially I think it's John Wick 3. When he's fighting the big guy, like you said, 300 pounds. I'm talking about the big tall guy. The way that he breaks him down to beat him, he starts using weapons to beat him. He starts using books, like when he's in the library. Library.
Yeah,
and he starts punching the guy in like sections with freaking the big philosophy books and all that shit. And I was like, damn, I'm like, that means that John Wick in a way is getting old, or he's too old to compete with these guys. He's not in his prime. And that's something where I look at the Taken series, even though it started going from badass to like, okay, like no mames. And what's it called? And then I look at John Wick, where it started like right here. Part 2 elevated it. Part 3 went like, oh, you're too much. And then Part 4 brought it back where it belonged. And I was like, it's not a bad series. It's not.
Right.
It's not. Like I can literally say 8, 10, 7, 9. That's my rating. I gave Part 1 an 8. I gave Part 2 a 10. Because 2, looking at the movie for what it is, straight up action, the best action movie of the 4 movies. When it comes to just straight up action, Part 4 probably has the best story. Part 3 is too much. Like it's too much. Like come on, that's stupid. You went to fucking. Oh, I don't know. It was just too much for me. And Part 4 was simple story, simple action, crazy action. And that's why I'm like, okay, when like this, it's like straight up like this, and then down, and then up again. So that's why I said it's 8, 10, 7, 9.
Right.
And I think the only reason I give a 9 is because, come on, man, you can't beat up a blind guy.
So, and that's the thing, right? So, and obviously I'm not trying to hype the movie too much for you, because then you gotta go with high expectations, and you're like, ah, shit, this was kind of ass.
Yes.
What the hell is Will talking about? But obviously, a John Wick movie is like, okay, how do we do better than the last movie? So it obviously kept the same mentality of, okay, how do we make this better than, like there were some scenes where I'm just like, holy shit, this shit looks fucking, bro. Like it was, to me, it was so good that I'm just like, I kid you not, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start a TikTok channel and call it, it was some bullshit name. I told my friends about it, and they're like, no, you should call it instead Flicks with Chicks, and just have some baddies with you watching reviews. And I'm like, fuck that, we might as well do Flicks with Dicks, and it's just us fucking talking movies. But I was like, that movie, I was like, let me just fucking make a quick review about this fucking movie on TikTok, because it's like, it had me that excited. I ended up watching it a second time on Sunday. So I saw it for the first time on Thursday night, and then Sunday evening I saw it for the second time. Because my friends were like, yo, let's go. And I'm like, well, shit, I have the pass, so why not? Let's go. So I went again. And obviously I ended up going to like Kroger or Dollar General, for you guys out there, something cheap, and I bought candy because you're not gonna buy it at the theater. You buy five boxes of candy for $5. Why not?
And obviously, this is June. I think that's it. After How to Train Your Dragon, I don't think we get another good movie until July.
No, we still have a few more in June. Later on this month we have F1.
And that made my top 15. That gave my honorable mentions. F1.
That's at the end of the month. I believe there's something in between. I don't remember what it is.
Let me give me a quick second. I'll let you know which one it is. List of American films 2025. All right. So you said June, right?
Mhm.
March, April, May, June. All right. So we do have F1. Um, Elio? No. 28 years later.
Well,
I
for
know that
you.
you don't. Yeah, I know that you don't watch horror movies, but that's a big one, and that one made my top 10. So I think that's one of the reasons why I don't know if I'm gonna miss out on How to Train Your Dragon because I do want to watch 28 Years. I already saw part one. I already saw part two. I rewatched them, so I'm really interested in part three. And I don't know, low key, I'm becoming a big Aaron Taylor Johnson fan.
I
Like
mean,
I don't want to miss his movies, you know.
yeah, I mean, he's great. He's good. I mean, two of my favorite movies, or no, one of my favorite movies is, he's in it. Not a big role, but he's in it.
Which
So Bullet Train.
Hey, and that movie's acid, bro. I like it, but it's like
What?
it's a
It's
guilty.
watchable. I could watch that shit any day of the week. If it's on TV, I'm sitting down to watch that shit.
No, then there's and then of course, like I said, in July is the big month. It's Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Jurassic World
Me and Superman.
Rebirth.
Yes.
And of course, I know that month I'll probably, because I'm done with all my paying off all my freaking car stuff like registrations and all that for July. I should have a little extra money to go watch it. So, and the good part is that the pay per view, or not the pay per view, because I do pay for Peacock for wrestling. It's gonna be in the morning, so with freaking Night of Champions. So in a way, we kind of rest for July, unless they make the main event a big thing and they make Evolution a big thing, which we don't know if it is or not. But July is a big month for movies. Which one do you think is gonna come out on top out of the three?
What was it again? Superman was
Superman, Jurassic World, and Fantastic Four. Now, before you shit on Jurassic World, all Jurassic World movies have passed the 1 billion mark.
with time.
No. Like overall, like I see, like
Well, I'm not sitting on it, but we're going back to, well, in my opinion, female-led roles.
well, that's Scarlett Johansson. That's
It is Scarlett Johansson. Don't get me wrong, but
female.
yeah, I mean, I'll take Ana de Armas all day, any day over her.
Well, that's true. But look, you gotta see, yo, like this. You gotta remember. You gotta remember two things when you say female-led roles, right? One, it's not a female-led role; it's a dinosaur role movie. So we're
It's a
watching it for.
disaster movie with a female leading the cast. The
It's a
dinosaurs are secondary. They're supporting actors. They will be nominated for the Globes on secondary actors.
Chris Pratt was not a big name on Jurassic World 1. We went for the dinosaurs because we hadn't seen them since 2003 with Jurassic Park 3. You got to remember that. Chris Pratt was not a big name because he was just barely coming out of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fair.
All right. And then part 2, you can kind of say Chris Pratt, but at the same time, it's dinosaurs. And then part 3, they brought Sam Neill and all that shit, and it's dinosaurs. So it's a dinosaur movie. That's why a lot of the Godzilla movies make a lot of money, and the main lead doesn't matter who it is because we're going for the monsters. We're not going for the people. So in this particular case, it is a dinosaur movie. So that's why I said before you shit on Jurassic World, I have to bring that up. So it's MCU versus the start of the DCU, and then against dinosaurs. Who comes out on top?
I mean, it just depends what you're talking about, though, because everybody comes out on a different week. It's not like they're going head to head.
No, that's what I'm saying. At the end, where once it's over, once they're out of the movie theaters, who made the most money?
Jurassic World.
Jurassic. Wow.
Why? Because you have the Marvel fans, you have the DC fans, but at the end of the day, Jurassic fucking Park people are gonna care more about their shit than anything. Shit, just the other day I was watching Jurassic Park with the fucking kids.
I'll say this: I think Fantastic Four will be the big loser out of the three, for two reasons. Honestly, the MCU hyped me up so much for Thunderbolts, thinking that it was going to be a great movie, and it didn't land. They did the same thing with Captain America with promoting the Red Hulk, and it didn't land. They've been really on shit road for a good while, and I see the trailers from Fantastic Four, and they're just not hitting. They're not hitting.
Well, see, here's the, and I agree with you. The thing with me now is I don't watch trailers anymore. I really don't. Not because I don't want to. Like, there's movies that I'm like, I should watch a trailer to this. And I'll possibly watch one or two. But half the time, I'm just like, oh, this movie's coming out. All right, I'm gonna go watch it.
Okay.
And then I just forget about it. And I'm like, oh shit, this movie coming this weekend. All right, let me go see it. Now, Thunderbolts was a trailer I did see. Thunderbolts was a movie I wasn't even looking forward to. Only reason why I did go watch it was because I had the pass. Now I was like, I got nothing to do. It's a Thursday night. What the hell? Let me go watch this shit. Why not? You know. And then after the week after that, I went to go watch Final Destination 5. You know, but yeah. So there's like, so I'm just like, all right. The only reason why I got the AMC Pass was the reason. I was just like, I'm bored. My friends aren't online to play video games. So what the fuck can I do? Like, let me go watch a movie. You know, so I literally ended up just going to watch a movie. And I ended up buying the pass, got the ticket, and that was it.
I remember you sent me I think it was TikTok or Instagram, that you're like, hey, that's not a bad idea. That the guy showed you, if you want to clean restrooms, buy an AMC pass because you're literally walking. I was like, the fuck? I'm like, why would you do that? But I guess if you live in the city, it makes sense to go to a clean restroom and you have your pass, of course. Thunderbolts, I was excited for because it was giving me Winter Soldier vibes. And it wasn't Winter Soldier at all. I literally have Captain America Winter Soldier. That's probably top 2 or top 3 of the MCU's universe. That good. I praise it that much. And I thought Thunderbolts was going to be that. And I was like, nah, man, I'm sorry. It's not that. You're not close to that. That's why when I hear people shitting on Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm like, they gave you what you wanted. Deadpool's never been for a serious movie because they haven't been. Deadpool 1 was perfect. Deadpool 2 was annoying as fuck, which makes it perfect because he's doing what Deadpool does, annoy the fuck out of you. And then part 3 was like, we're just going to dump you with homages, with a lot of pinche homenajes, with a lot of fucking funny shit, and that's what we're going to do, and that's what it was. I'm like that. Don't like you guys can't talk shit on Deadpool like that. And maybe I'm too much of a Deadpool fan, but I just didn't like how they've been shitting on it because I think it was a good movie. I don't think it was an amazing movie, but it definitely deserves an 8 out of 10.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, I think everybody enjoyed it. I mean, unless you take the movie for serious, like, you know, like, I don't know, serious critics, I guess. But obviously, the fan enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, it's like I think the if I would like let's say at that moment I probably believed there wasn't a Toda Madre show. I'm like, oh, Toda Madre, right? I wasn't reviewing. I still didn't have a Toda Madre show, but that's the thinking. I'm like, right now, I'm like, I think the only way you could make that movie even better is when Blade entered. You should have switched it to the techno song from Blade Part 1. Like it would, or every time that you saw him, have that shit in the background. Like just because we know that that's his fucking song, and I'm like, and that would have been it, made it even more perfect. But other than that, the movie hit everything. I don't know what else you wanted. Did you want Cyclops? Well, we're gonna get him in the fucking Avenger Doomsday, and we're gonna get to it next week with the Doomsday thing, because I'm scared for that movie. I truly am. I think they're gonna kill every single fucking X-Men fighter, just because it's Doomsday.
I mean, honestly, it might go in that direction. Like you said, obviously now that the whole Fox fucking universe is gone. Obviously, in X-Men, Deadpool, right there, they obviously kill off everybody. You know, all that whole universe. So yeah, it's going in that route. I'm sure it's gonna happen exactly that way.
And I hate it because they got the original cast. They got the original cast for X-Men, and for them to do that shit, I'm like, come on. I'm like,
yeah, because you could have easily gone with a newer cast. Now it'll be something different. Now obviously they haven't announced them. It'll be something different as they bring both casts. You know, yeah. That's a whole different story. You know, but it hasn't happened.
And I'm like, can you at least give me the X-Men 30 minutes of them? 30 minutes of them. I'm like, before you fucking kill them all off, because I feel like we're gonna get literally 5 minutes of them. That's what I'm going towards.
I'm sure it won't be 5 minutes. I'm sure it'll be a movie where you're talking X-Men versus Fantastic Four versus New Avengers. Eventually, they come up with a team up and then fight Doom, and then they got their ass kicked. And then here comes the next movie, and here comes your original Avengers to save the fucking day. You know, I mean, spoiler alert.
We'll get into it. I know that if I go watch How to Train Your Dragon and you go watch How to Train Your Dragon, we'll definitely bring it back next week and we'll spit our review about it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going, but if I do, I'm most likely going to take my kids. You're probably going to take your kids, maybe, or just me. So.
Hell no, bro! You swear I'm fucked. I mean, I've been thinking about it because I'm just like, I already have a movie date with them, which is gonna be August 7th, and that's Bad Guys Part 2.
Okay.
So that I'm taking them for that because they love Bad Guys Part 1, so I'm gonna take them to that. But this one, I'm just like, should I take them? I mean, I can. I don't mind spending a few. And actually, I'd have to take them tomorrow because tomorrow it comes out. So I'm like, I could take them. It's just I would have to drop $100 to take them.
Or matinee price, bro.
Not. I mean, I'd have to see the showtime, but because obviously they're in summer break, so I know it's perfect time to take them. If she don't wants to go there at that point, I have to wait for her, so it wouldn't be matinee price no more. But I would still have to drop $100 for them, and I know they're gonna be like, "Can we get popcorn? Can we get
just one tub refill?"
Oh no, I know that it is. Like when I went with my friends on Sunday, they're like, my friend went like, on cloud 9, he was like gone, and he finished all the popcorn, and you're like, "You'll get free refills." So I'm like, bro, I never eat the fucking popcorn here. Like, but here, take my phone, show my membership in case they don't want to give you a free refill. Just show my membership, and they'll give it to you. And he was like, "All right, bet." And he went and comes back. He was like, "They didn't even ask me for anything. They just give me the refill." Like, oh, there you go.
So this is what I do when it's a free refill. You get in the three, ¿verdad? You get in the little 3 boxes. Just tell them, let me have the refill tub. They'll give it to you. And they're like, hey, can I have some boxes for my kids? They'll give them to you. And before you're paying, start dumping the popcorn in the boxes so you can ask for another refill.
And then you don't have to leave your seat.
Huh?
And then you don't have to leave your seat.
Yup.
Yeah, because like my other friend was like, "Yo, Will, if I go to the restroom right now, am I gonna miss something in the movie?" I was like, "Yeah." And then like the scene happens, and like, bro, if you're gonna go to the restroom, go right now. You have 5 minutes before something else happens. And he literally runs, comes back, and as soon as he gets back, that it happens. I'm like, I told you, like after this, it's not slowing down. It's not gonna slow down anymore.
That's how usually it is with movies. You know where the downtime's at. Like after a big sequence, we're gonna lay low. Unless you're John Wick, where it's fucking boom, 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 boom.
Literally, bro. I was like, that's how I told him. Like, you got literally 5 minutes. Go and come back, or I was gonna miss something.
It makes sense. It makes sense.